welcome everyone to the video. So if you guys have been following me on Instagram, you'll know that I was supposed to make this. I think it's been a while, almost a month now. So without wasting any time, we'll get right into it. All right, so we started with the same lineup as we did against PSV, and it was a very unconvincing performance. Maybe except Hanko, Pubil, and Barrios. Yeah, and our left and right flanks both have been very ineffective, which I will cover as we progress throughout the video. So we know that Semino has been running this Nico Gonzalez midfield gimmick, and to put him in midfield with Koke, whom with all due respect, he is not a ball winner and often leaves a lot of space in midfield. And I'll show it to you. See, Molina loses a duel and a back flick, and again Koke is late because of, I mean, he's 30, 33, 34 now, so I don't blame him. And look, a single pass and it opens up a midfield. And right after that, the Valencia players go onto the right flank to put in a cross. And Ruggeri, who has been, I think Ruggeri is not a player who we have to use if we are playing in the low block, because Ruggeri is more of a wing back, and I think we'll see the best of him when he's higher up the pitch and not sitting in a deep block. So I think Simeone has to bring back the same style which we were using in the first 4 to 5 games, which I don't blame him because Cardoso is out, even Baena is gone, Almada is struggling to get game time because of Nico. Often lead to chances like this where Ruggeri does not block the cross, and since we Valencia have not put any numbers in the box, it's very easy to clear. But again, Ruggeri is not a player who we have to put in a low block. Now look, this is the same play. Nico Gonzalez, who was out of position, which in the first pass which he made to get away from Koke, he created that space, and from that, after the cross was cleared, he again does not go to close down full gear, and it's another ball in behind the defense. Now Julian, whose work rate is of course immense, goes to cover and stops the attack from going any further. And at this point, still Valencia have not put any players in the box. Now, the reason why I really hate when Charlotte starts is that we don't have any game plan. It's just Oblak or it's Pubil or Hansko, whoever it may be. They'll just send the ball long and we play on second balls with the run in behinds from Giuliano or Nico or Alvarez, and which for the quality of players we have is actually embarrassing, and we should not be doing that unless it's like a final option. We absolutely cannot start the game like this at our home. Here another situation where Ruggeri doesn't block the cross in, and well, it was cleared by Pubil, so there are no complaints. But you can't let these crosses in the first place, because like any awkward ball or any awkward touch, it can result in a goal. As I said before, Ruggeri is not a player you play with in a low block. Here you can see that when Ruggeri is defending higher up the pitch, he is quite affected at winning the balls. And I also want to highlight that people were saying Charlotte had a good game, or I mean, it was not very convincing in my opinion. He was barely going in for any duels, and it's the same old. Just because he pressed a little bit in the later stages of the game doesn't mean it was a good game. Here you can see Pablo Barrios, he does his thing and then sends Charlotte through on goal. And I'm thinking Charlotte thought that he was maybe offside or something, and he does his lazy finish and straight at the keeper's hand. I mean, I don't care if it was offside or no, but that's just a wasted opportunity. Well, it was a boring game, but it all came down to a set piece where Koke opened us scoring from a loose ball and a block shot from Ruggeri. Well, I mean, it was a very well placed shot as well. He didn't go for power and placed it correctly at the corner, which is what Koke does. Now, the reason why I said that Nico cannot play in a midfield with Koke is not because Koke is the problem. It's because Nico Gonzalez is not a midfielder, and he's not even a winger who's supposed to play on left side. Here, look at this. Nico, who was supposed to mark his runner, leaves him for a second, goes to press full care, which I think I think you can argue that maybe he was trying to block the cross coming in from full queer, and maybe starting an attack from there. But you can't leave your marker like that, because it leads to situations like this. You'll have Koke going to mark and leaving the space open in midfield. Luckily, Valencia didn't have any players up front, so we survived that. And Nahuel Molina, again, I don't want to talk about it. He was completely free. I don't know if he does any scouting before receiving the ball, but you he was completely unmarked. He could have maybe cleared it in, because this corner almost led to a goal. We were saved by an offside. So yeah, I don't know if Simeone sees all this and still decides to play Nico in the midfield. Just because he's good in aerial duels doesn't mean he has to play every game. And in midfield, on top of that, where Almada, who has already scored 2 goals coming off the bench and provides complete control, I think it's just unacceptable that we are benching a player like Almada for Nico Gonzalez. And I'd like to point this out as well, that how easy it is for anyone to dribble past a midfield. So I think it's our priority that we sign a proper defensive midfielder who can be a backup for Cardoso when needed. And maybe, I'd love to see Koke and Cardoso play together so that Cardoso can do his job and Koke can his. And one more thing I'd like to highlight is how Giuliano started playing more freely after Molina was subbed off, because there was no pressure on him for to cover Molina up, and you see that we got more and more involved with the right side as well as the game progressed. Now, right after this attack, Simeone subbed off Alvarez, Barrios, and Nico for Gallagher, Griezmann, and Almada, which was, again, I think, terrible substitutions from Simeone yet again, which I think I don't know what to say. It's either he's trying to find game time so that maybe it'll be easier for him to sell Gallagher, or maybe Molina or someone like that, because I don't understand any, like, I try to see Gallagher take a touch, make a pass, and it's very hard to watch. And to put someone like that in a midfield is just horrendous. Like, he is a good midfielder, someone who's a box crasher, someone who can win the balls higher up the field. But after Barrios was subbed off, the team lost the complete balance. And yeah, the substitutions, I mean, of course, we conceded. We were always going to concede if you take out Barrios and Alvarez, who is like, he may not have that much of an impact on the ball, but Julian Alvarez's work rate speaks a lot of volumes, and you can't again bench a player like that when you are not, unless and until he's having a very bad game, or until you're completely assured that you're going to take all the 3 points away. And as our team's been playing, I think even though Julian Alvarez does not, I don't care if he's not able to make a simple pass or anything. Well, maybe I do, but yeah, again, it's unacceptable to get Griezmann on for Alvarez, because Charlotte and Griezmann because of his age, and Charlotte because he is a big blocky striker. Both of them don't press, leaves a lot of space. Almada is not the ball winning midfielder. And again, uh, one more thing I'd like to highlight from this is Robin Lenormand. I think the blame is, as much as is Gallagher's or Almada's or whoever lost the ball. I think Robin Lenormand also could have blocked this shot, by the way, because if you look at this, he fails to close down the defender in time. And I think if it was Jimenez or a Mark Pubil, we would not have conceded this goal, because as a centre back, you have to be aware of when the player is going to shoot, and you have to stretch as much as possible to make the goalkeeper's job easier. And I think he fails to do that here. So I think that this goal is Robin Lenormand's fault as well. And as usual, after conceding, we woke up, we started playing properly. And Ruggeri delivered a beautiful cross in, which I feel like should have been I think Juliana was very unlucky here. He should have scored from this. It was a perfect cross from Ruggeri. Well, things were looking tough for us until Bouvel delivered this excellent ball in, and Griezmann doing Griezmann things with that amazing control and that twisting and turning finish. Again, I think it was individual brilliance that got us this goal. And yeah, with this quality of players, I think we have to expect a lot more from what we're currently offering. So yeah, again, and after this, I don't think so. There's much to talk about. It was a very boring game. Very it. I think if we would have played this game away from home, we'd have lost. One more thing I'd like to say that Nico Gonzalez had lost the ball 7 times, and he was very ineffective. Did not add anything in attack or defense. So I don't know why Simeone keeps playing him. I don't think that Nico Gonzalez deserves to start every game just because he's able to win those aerial duels. Well, that's it for today. If you have stayed till here, thank you so much for watching, and I'll try to keep posting more and more. And I did read somewhere that we are looking for a left back option. So if you would like to uh, see me create a video about it, please feel free to let me know either here or Instagram. And make sure to drop your suggestions as well. Who would you like to see on the left back position? And I'll try to make a video about it as well. So yeah, thank you for watching.